So I need to draw a beryllium atom using the element box and the key over here. I'm going to start with what's easy. For me, it's easiest to place the electrons on the shells first. I can see, according to the element box, that beryllium has an atomic number of 4. I know that that represents how many electrons it has on its shells. I know that the electrons are blue, so I'm going to select the color blue and change the sizer over here just slightly bigger. And I am going to place my 4 electrons on the shells. 1, 2. Okay, the first shell is full at 2 electrons, so I'm going to put electron 3 and 4 on the second shell. I also know that the atomic mass for beryllium is 9. That means that there are 9 protons and neutrons in the nucleus total. Now, I right now don't know how many of those 9 are protons and how many are neutrons, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 9 circles in the nucleus, and I want to make them kind of translucent in color. So I'm going to pick one of these colors that's really light. I barely want to be able to see it. I'm actually going to make my sizer just a little bit bigger, and I'm going to make 9. 1, that's really hard to see. Let me pick something a little bit darker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, out of those 9, I do know, according to this information right here, I do know that the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. And I can see that I have 4 electrons on the shells. So I know that 4 of these circles are going to be positive protons. And according to the key, positive protons are yellow. So I am going to turn my dots yellow, and I'm going to make 5 of them. Just going to go right over them in a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are going to be yellow. The ones that are left over are automatically my neutrons, and you can see that I'll make them red. You can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 neutrons, and if I count them up total, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as an atomic mass. The last step would be simply to put my plus signs and my minus signs in my protons and my electrons. I can do that by pressing the text box, and I am going to select inside of my protons to make a plus. I may want to size that up a little bit bigger so that it's easy to see. And I'm going to move the plus sign into all of my protons. I'm going to repeat that same process for all of my electrons. First, I need to finish my protons. Remember, for each plus, there's a minus. Remember, the pluses and minuses are attracted to each other. So for every positive proton, there's a negative electron. So I'm going to go ahead and make my 5 electrons here negative. And you're welcome to try to draw the pluses and minuses inside of these. I think it's a little harder to draw them. I think it's easier to do the text. And there we go. This is a beryllium atom drawn correctly.